Welcome back to Houston Life. If your garden is looking a bit like a jungle right now, welcome to the jungle. Just kidding. You are going to have, whether you have a patio container garden or maybe you have a big backyard garden, the fall harvest season is literally around the corner. It's coming. It's on its way.
Halloween is 2 months away. 2.5 months away. Hey, so get this. Cucumbers, peppers, tomatoes, fragrant herbs, and flowers. Now is the time to start planning. Jen McDonald with the Garden Girls TX. She's here with her tips. We have missed you. Where have you been, my dear?
I missed you. We've been so busy with our gardens, obviously.
I can see.
And it's so much fun to watch these gardening videos you post on social. I mean, what Tessa said is really true. Houston, summertime gardens, whether it's in a container or a backyard, the garden can be kind of a mess right now. And people don't want to deal with it because it's so hot outside.
No, and you shouldn't have to. Gardening is supposed to be fun. So we like to take a break during the summer as well, and that's just fine. We're going to resume in the fall. We say back to school, back to gardening.
Okay.
Everything's fine. So we're going to get you in tip-top shape.
I love that the focus is having fun because I don't want people, gardening is supposed to be
fun,
a great activity, not like a chore. And you know, the garden will give you so much if you just put in a little effort. Is that right?
That is 100% true. And I like to think of gardening as like a cocktail garden because you should be able to go out at 5 o'clock, pick some herbs, have a drink in your hand, maybe get some fresh vegetables, and then go inside and use them to prepare dinner. It shouldn't be something, you don't have to be a farmer to have a garden. We want it to be enjoyable.
And it does sound like so romantic and civilized when you describe it that way. It sounds like, lovely. Okay, so let's back up then. Let's say you go outside or you go to your patio and the container garden is overgrown, it's bursting. How do we clear that out? And also talk to us a little bit about soil, Jen, because I'm not an expert here, you are. But doesn't the soil dynamic kind of change? Because it's been depleted if you've been growing things during the summer.
You are 100% true. That's true. What happens is during the summer when we have our tomatoes and our eggplant and our peppers, those are very heavy feeders. So they deplete the nutrients completely from the soil. So now is a great time. Clear out those garden beds. You can leave your herbs, that's just fine, but let's get out everything that looks spent.
Do we cut them off or do we actually have to pull
them out?
Pull them from the roots.
Yep, we're gonna start fresh. Fall in Houston is wonderful because it's like our spring 2.0.
Yeah.
So we get to grow our favorite things in fall, so let's just start fresh.
Okay, what things can we grow right now? I see you have some beautiful veggies. Are these cucumbers in season right now?
Awesome.
Yes, so the first thing we're gonna wanna do actually is before we even plant one thing, we're gonna top our garden beds with some compost. And I like leaf mold compost. It's by Nature's Way. You can get it locally at Buchanan's.
Where is it?
I don't have it
you don't
out.
have it here, right? Okay.
No, but your soil, when you were talking about the soil should be 80% of what you spend on your garden. It's that important.
Yes.
So we're going to add the compost first. We're also going to add in some microlife, which I know you love.
And this is a local company. It's all organic. I use it on our indoor plants, and it comes in liquid and pellet form, right?
Why do you love it, though, as someone who's just a complete rookie? What is so great about that?
Because you don't want chemicals on your stuff.
I see, so it's organic.
It's 100% organic. Okay. You can't overdo it, which I love from my new gardener.
That's important.
It doesn't
Very
burn.
important. And it also helps the microbiome of the soil, which means there is a whole other ecosystem below the surface of the soil, and it improves the soil structure, and it's going to improve the root structure of the plants.
And tell us again, you go to a place like Buchanan's in the Heights, like a local garden center to get the compost material.
That's true.
Because most people don't have a compost.
Right,
at home.
And honestly, I don't either. I think you have to choose your what you're passionate about. And I like gardening. I'm probably not the best composter, so that's fine. I choose to buy mine locally, and that's great.
Cucumber. Okay, so let's get back to the cucumber because it's one of my favorite for cocktails, for eating.
You can make pickles, dude.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Yep.
So how do we do that?
So I brought a transplant to show you. This is the straight 8 cucumber.
This right here?
Yes, and now that variety is going to need a trellis. So if you have an arch or a trellis.
Left over from the tomatoes.
That's true. You're going to want to plant your straight 8. You can also plant it by seed. It will germinate within about 10 days or so. So very quick.
Interesting. That's probably a common question, right? Because seeds are very inexpensive compared to buying a baby plant.
Absolutely. And some things we recommend starting by seed, like cucumber, because it's very easy. Other things that we'll talk about, I wouldn't recommend starting from seed.
Okay.
Okay.
So trellis.
So cucumber, that you need a
growing.
trellis. However, if you have a balcony that gets 6 to 8 hours of sun per day, you can plant your cucumber in a large pot. You just have to choose the variety that's appropriate. So look for a Space Master.
Okay.
Okay.
A Space
Master
Master
variety. Yes, or space saver variety.
Okay, sometime you need to explain to us how these plants get all their names, because
Yes.
that's a lot. You also have spinach, beans, and chives here. When it comes to choosing the plants that you're planting together, there's the concept called like companion planting, right? Can you explain why that's important?
Sure. So I brought bush bean here because bush bean is a great companion plant for Malabar spinach and cucumbers. It fixes nitrogen in the soil, and as the Malabar spinach and cucumbers grow vertically, the bush bean is actually going to cascade over your bed.
Oh, so they won't fight with one another.
They won't fight with one another, and it also will fix the nitrogen in the soil, which is beneficial for the root structure.
And the garlic and chives, this is really interesting. Tessa and I were having a full conversation, I'm not kidding, about garden pests
Yes.
this morning. And
Yes.
this is a natural way to repel the pests because they smell.
It is. It
They don't like
stinks.
that smell.
Nope, they don't like it either.
And they're out. Okay, before I start itching,
Yeah.
tell me about the peppers, because these are beautiful. I can't, like, they're just, oh my God, what a prized garden.
Okay, I have a fun fact about peppers. So spicy peppers grow very well in the heat. Does anyone know why?
I have no clue.
Because it's hot.
Well, basically, yes.
Good
The
guess, good
heat,
guess.
the
Oh,
heat
you're right,
will
you're right.
stress the pepper, and the pepper produces something called capsaicin, which is a compound that's like a defense mechanism. So when this pepper produces capsaicin, it literally becomes spicy.
Like humans, when we
Isn't
get
that
too hot,
cool?
we get spicy.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. So spicy peppers right now are really popular. You can grow them easily.
Okay.
Okay, and you know what? That makes sense. We do have a few peppers we've been growing at home, and it's so lovely to watch them grow. Jen McDonald, Garden Girls TX is the website. You've been in business around 6 years. We're going to take a quick commercial break, learn more about some tomatoes. Yes,
My
you can still
fave.
plant tomatoes, and even some flowers and herbs. So don't go away. Houston Life will be right back.
Okay.
Well, welcome back to Houston Life. We are back with Jen McDonald, co-owner of the Garden Girls, helping us get our gardens ready for fall. We have a million questions. I know we're talking about tomatoes and flowers and herbs, but can we get a quick go back on this Malabar spinach? Jen was telling us during the break that this grows how tall?
10 feet.
10 feet. And Malabar spinach is something that many of us are not familiar
But
with.
it would go good in a salad, you say?
It goes great in a salad. It's better when eaten fresh and when the leaves are smaller. It
Okay.
can get a little funky taste if you cook it. The
Well, there,
texture
taste it.
changes.
Could I eat this right now?
Sure.
Go
Really?
ahead. The smaller leaf, Derek.
Just a leaf,
it.
right?
Yeah.
I shouldn't like bite off
And
the
then-
top of it.
No.
Like spinach?
You like it?
Ooh, highly recommend.
Okay, this one?
You should take one, yeah.
Okay, this little. Well,
take a
I
big
don't
one.
know.
We'll touch them all
This
before
one,
you
okay,
eat
it's
them.
fine. Yeah.
Brought one of mine.
Okay.
That's fresh.
It's
Good, right?
stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Tomatoes,
really nice.
this is something, I planted tomatoes back in March, got a nice harvest, but also in the fall. I didn't realize we could do that now.
So this is like our gardening Super Bowl. Tomatoes right now are the biggest deal ever.
Yes.
The problem is there's so many varieties. There's hundreds of varieties.
Yeah.
How do you know what to choose?
Good question.
Well, you come to the Garden Girls because we plant over 500 tomatoes per season.
So you know what works here.
We know what works here. And right now, it's crazy to think this. We're in a race to plant them now because we have to beat the first frost.
I see.
If you can believe that.
Wow.
We need them to ripen before our first frost.
And you're talking like the fall frost.
Yes, I am.
That could happen as soon as 2 months from now.
Correct.
Okay.
So I brought a couple of my favorites. This is a red cherry variety. This is an indeterminate. What that means is you do need a trellis. It's going to grow tall over an arch, but it's going to produce small cherry type tomatoes that you see in front here.
I
Very
see.
nice.
Okay, tell me
Okay.
about the hot spell. That's such a fun name for
So I
That was
know,
my
isn't that
nickname in
fun?
high school.
So the hot spell, aka Derek, is a determinate tomato, which means it's going to grow more like a bush style. You can grow that in a big pot on your patio.
Okay.
Or in a space in your garden. It's not going to need to trellis over something. It's going to produce clusters of smaller tomatoes, a little bit smaller than this.
Okay.
But the good thing is 70 to 90 days, you're going to have tomatoes ready to go.
Okay, so for like me and another person, how many tomato plants do you need like in a garden?
I would say stick with 1 to 2.
So just choose 1 or 2 of them. You don't want to plant them all because
Right, you
they
will have a
grow.
tomato jungle.
Well,
Yes.
it's
You
so
will.
true.
Okay. Yes.
It's
All right.
when we planted our tomatoes in March, I was like, Brandon, this thing is not growing because it was only a foot high. Well, yeah, then it like overtook the house. We couldn't even see the house. It got so big.
Well, that's a good point. So Garden Girls, we actually just launched our very first course. It's called Growing Great Tomatoes. And we're so excited about it because in 35 minutes, we're going to teach Houstonians exactly what tomato varieties to choose, how to plant them, how to prune them, because that's a really important aspect of growing tomatoes, how to fertilize and when,
Okay,
and then how to harvest.
I'm in on that. That 35-minute course, I feel like everyone needs that. But can you give us a spoiler? Because there's a companion plant that goes with
There
some
sure
of these tomatoes.
is. So basil actually goes really well with both tomatoes and peppers, and it's said to enhance the flavor.
Ooh.
And then for flowers, you always want to plant marigold or even some nasturtium next to your tomatoes because it works as a trap crop. So it will attract the pests that you don't want on your tomatoes.
I see.
Oh,
Isn't that
okay.
cool?
That is it's fascinating.
Yeah.
Those aphids. Okay, you've got some other
Exactly.
herbs. We got about a minute
So
left.
beautiful.
And
Okay.
flowers. These flowers, you grew
Yes.
those from seed?
These are from seed. These are zinnia, and we're still growing strong with zinnia. So you can plant your zinnia now, and the eucalyptus as well. I grew that from
my gosh.
nothing. And then herbs. We love our woody herbs. Woody just means they're going to survive through the frost. So your thyme, your oregano, your sage, and your rosemary, also great to plant right now. And your basil. You have a couple more months to enjoy this before it gets really cold.
The basil
okay.
is so delicious. Hey, very quickly, you mentioned earlier that some plants you do not recommend growing from seed.
Yes.
Which ones and why not?
Tomatoes. Tomatoes would take way too long to grow by seed. And so really and truly, you want to get the biggest, healthiest start you can when you're going to plant your tomatoes.
Okay.
And I should mention, we have a discount right now for Houston Live viewers, $10 off of our course.
Ooh.
So go to our website, gardengirlstx.com, get the course, and then report back. We want to hear what you think of it.
And if you have
we're
extra
excited.
tomatoes, feel free to send them to us. We love tomatoes from the
Snap
garden.
the photos and the videos.
Yes,
we want to see them.
absolutely.
Jen McDonald, Garden Girls TX. It's great to see you.
You too, as always.
Thanks for stopping by. I still can't believe you grow those flowers.
This
from
is
seed. It's
incredible.
beautiful.
Derek, smell this.
It's good stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, that's
It's like a spa.
The eucalyptus. Okay, so that discount that Jen was chatting about, $10 off with promo code TOMATO10, all one word. You can find the link by visiting our website, HoustonLife.tv, and look for that scene on Houston Life section.
That's right.
Good stuff.